Hey, so glad we're here. My name is Christianne, and today I'm here with Mind Movement, and we will practice a mindful movement class together. The practice is Yin Yoga, and there is very little that we need for this practice. While I'm speaking and setting up, if you have a yoga mat, you can go ahead and take that out, place it down on the floor. Give yourself a little bit of space around it because we will come off the mat with some of the shapes. And if you don't have a mat, that's okay. You can lay just on the floor. If you want, grab a blanket, a towel. There's very little that we need for this practice, like I said. There's less stress about alignment, and it's more about uniting both body and mind and balancing our energy systems. Right? So today we have the intention of aiming to transform our pain into peace. And again, that's both body and mind. And the most important part of this practice, as we begin to explore, what this means to, perceive, receive, and transform, right? Anything that we're hanging on to within, physical or emotional, is that the breath will support us through that journey. So there's very little stress about alignment, right? Like I said, and it's really just about feeling here, going slowly, and most importantly, being gentle with yourself. We don't want to push too hard in this practice. That is not the strength that we're looking for here. The strength that we're aiming to cultivate, right, as we find this transformation from pain to peace, is patience, right? To go slow, to trust the process, and then eventually arrive at a space of freedom. So I'm going to meet you on the mat, and before you get there, one last thing. If you have any distractions in your space, since most of us are practicing at home these days, you have the freedom right now to quiet any of those distractions that are within your control. So what that means is maybe you're going to turn off the phone just for a little bit. Right? It's okay. Quiet the emails if you can. Turn down some of the lights, or close down any doors for noisier rooms in your space, just so that you can receive the most from this time that you've committed to showing up. Right? So we're going to meet on the mat. Again, class is about an hour, and we'll get going. All right? So today we're going to start lying down to give ourselves an opportunity to connect with our breath. Right? Our breath is our anchor through this experience that will keep us rooted here in the present moment, both body and mind. We come into breath, to give us a space to come home to in case the mind begins to wander or we arrive at a very intense sensation, right? To not get pulled away by those things, to rather stay here in present moment and give ourselves an opportunity to move through it. So you can go ahead and lie down on your mat. We'll receive the most from being still within this practice. You'll have opportunities in between the shapes we'll create to work out any fidgets, right? If there's something that you need to do before you become still, you have that freedom. But we will receive the most from being still, so just keep that in mind. So we're going to lie down, and before we become super still, I'm going to ask you to stretch your arms and your legs all the way out. Right, reach out through the fingers, the toes. Bend and flex the feet. Open and close the hands a few times. Allowing yourself to lengthen out a little bit longer. And then you can go ahead and pull your knees in toward your chest. And close your eyes here. Just give them a squeeze. A little rock back and forth, side to side. Pressing the low back into the earth. Allow yourself to soften your shoulders down into the ground. And then you're going to go ahead and begin to release the feet down to the mat, and then bring the soles of the feet together to touch. The knees will drop out toward the sides. And if you find this is too intense, right here you can place pillows beneath your legs for support. And then at any point, if we find there is sharp pain, even though we're working on releasing that, you can let go of the shape at that point. We want to stay gentle and have this be a sustainable practice. So finding the position here, knees dropping out toward the sides. Allowing the back body to rest on the earth. And you can bring your arms out to the sides now. Allow the palms to face up toward the ceiling. Allow the shoulders to relax down the back, even on the earth. And to soften any tension that's resisting or residing in the face. Let's relax in the space between the eyebrows, the corners of the eyes. And bring ease to the jaw. Allow the tongue to release from the roof of the mouth and take a big inhale through your nose. And deep exhale out your mouth, let it go. Try that again. Take a great big inhale, fully expand. Big sigh as you exhale, release. We'll do that together once more. Great big breath. And exhale all the way out, let it go. And then you can allow yourself to keep going at your pace for the next few rounds. So here, not trying to force or manipulate our breath. Not striving to breathe with the sound of my voice, but bring your awareness to a sustainable, natural rhythm that is unique to you. It's this breath that we're cultivating here that will support this entire experience. That will anchor us here in this moment, again, body and mind. And within it, gives us the strength and ability to maybe look at some of our pain that we all carry around. And then to create space around it and transform it into peace. We all have things that we desire to change in our lives, whether they're within our inner world, within ourselves, or external world, right? The realities that we reside in. And sometimes we can't change certain things. And so we hear the statement, it is what it is. What that there is the power of perception and then working with acceptance. Continue to breathe, big inhales. And exhales. Pain is a valid feeling. It can be heavy, it can be hard. When we learn to accept, and it takes practice, that is where we begin to find emotional freedom. And again, the breath will support that. Deep breathing in. And big breathing out. Remember, your feelings are valid. Big inhale. And deep exhale. And we'll take 2 more cycles of breath here. Expand your lungs. And deep breathing all the way out. Let it go. Let's do that once more. Biggest breath. And full exhale. We're going to gradually begin to release this shape. I'm going to ask you to go slowly through the transitions, right? Try not to rush out. So we'll use our hands for support here as we grab onto our thighs. We're going to bring our knees together and then begin to heel to the feet, to the outer edges of the mat. So the knees knock inward. Releasing any intensity that we may have felt through the hip flexors, front side body. All right, just take a moment here to breathe. And reflect without attachment, maybe to what came up for you as we found that first shape. All right, breathing fully, lungs expand. And deep exhales all the way out. All right, and asking ourselves not to attach here. To create a story about maybe what rose to the end, to rise to the surface, body or mind. Just gentle, non-judgmental awareness so that we can keep moving. Let's take a big inhale. And deep exhale. And then on your next inhale, you can go ahead and slide the legs all the way out. Again, go ahead, reach the arms up overhead. Full breath, reach out through the fingertips, the toes get long. And then as you exhale, begin to pull the knees in toward the chest once again. You can wrap your arms around your shins, give a little squeeze, rock a bit back and forth. Keep the low back on the ground, feet are flexed, big inhale. And deep exhale. Let's hug everything in a little bit closer. And breathe out. And I'm going to ask you to keep the right knee pulling in toward the chest as you extend your left leg long down the length of the mat. Go ahead, reach out through your heel. Give a little flex of the feet, feel the low back press down. And then you're going to switch sides and we'll extend the right leg as you pull the left knee in, feel the thigh close to the torso. And we'll take a few rounds, like I said, so just back and forth, nice and slow. We're getting deeper into our bodies here. Breath still supporting us. So take one more set. So go ahead, pull that right knee in, left leg goes a little bit longer, invite a pause. And then go ahead over to the left side, right leg extends, reach through the heel. And then we're gonna pull the right knee in one more time. So bring it close to the chest, left leg goes long down the length of the mat. Again, pause here for a moment. You can clasp hands just below the right kneecap. Flex into the foot, and then you can begin to guide your right knee in toward your right armpit, thigh to the side of your body. For support, if you'd like, you can bring your left hand to your left hip. Draw the right knee a little closer in, breathe deeply. And exhale fully. Remember, there's very little stress about alignment here. So how the shape looks in my body, right? It may look different in yours, and that's normal and that's okay. Move with what today's body is allowing you to do. We don't want to force into a deeper expression or just seek out pain. Right? The goal here today is to notice maybe what the pain is, find acceptance, and then within that find peace. Remember, it's a practice, and breath will support us. Big inhales. And deep exhales. Let's take one more here. Keep your feet flexed. Exhale all the way out. And then take a big inhale. And then we're going to twist as we exhale. So you're going to guide the right leg over to the left side of the mat. You can scoot your hips toward the center of your mat as the right leg will reach out. You can keep the knee bent if you choose. If you're ready, you can extend your leg. Right arm is going to reach all the way out toward the side. And our gaze will go over toward the right palm. Keep extending through the left leg as well. Take a big breath. Exhale to begin to soften down into the earth and the shape. Smooth, steady breathing in. Exhale all the way out. Breathing into your body. Bigger exhales, navel to spine. We'll find two more. Deep breath. Bigger exhale. One more time. Biggest inhale. And exhale. And then on your breath in, begin to guide yourself back through center. Then go slow. Bring the right knee in toward the chest, back body on the earth, and then the left knee will come in as well. Give yourself a little squeeze, pull everything in tight. And then you go ahead and release your right leg. So reach long through the heel, flex into the foot. And now guiding left knee into left armpit, thigh to the side of the body. And again, for support here, you can take your right hand, place it on your right hip. We want to keep the low back on the earth. Take some of the curvature out of the lumbar spine. Right, so a little press down without force. Try to keep the back of the neck long as well, so your shoulder blades are resting down. Left hand can hold left kneecap. Breathe big. Exhale fully. Close your eyes. Feel the breath in. Exhale all the way out. That's it. Let's take one more. Big exhale. Find a full inhale. And then we're going to begin to twist as we exhale. So you're going to guide now left leg over toward the right side. Go ahead, scoot your hips to the center of the mat. Again, your left knee can stay bent here, or if you'd like, you can extend your left leg long. And then extend your left arm out toward the side. So same shape as the other side. It may feel different. That's okay, right? We're here to find balance. Right, so allow your shoulder blades to relax down into the earth. Once you feel you're settled and can be still, close your eyes. Again, come back to your breath. Breathe fully. And exhale deeply. Keep going. Deep breath. Exhale out. Keep going. Bigger exhales. Feel your navel pull toward your spine. Let's do that one more time. Take a full breath. Big exhale. And then as you inhale, begin to come back through center. All right, move slow. Let your breath support you. Left knee pulls in. Right knee joins it as well. All right, squeeze the legs in nice and tight. All right, Pull in a little bit more. And then I'm going to ask you to bring your forehead in toward your knees. We're going to stay on our backs just a bit longer. So go ahead, draw the forehead in toward the knees. And then as you inhale, begin to reach the arms and the legs all the way out, but don't let them touch the earth. And then exhale, draw them all the way back in, nice and slow. We'll take a few of these, right? So reach out through the feet, out through the fingertips. Exhale, pull everything out. Stay with breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. And keep moving a few times with your breath. Right, notice any sensations that are awakening. Right, bring awareness to any resistance. Right, is that something we can transform? Right, reach out a little bit more. Exhale deeper. Remember acceptance. Breathe big. Big exhale. Let's do that one more time. Reach all the way out. Try to find a pause. Deep breathing out. Pull everything in. And then you can release your head, your neck, your shoulders back down onto the ground. And now you're going to release your feet down behind your sit bones. Feet are about hip distance apart, parallel with the outer edges of your mat. Press small the back into the earth. Feel low belly draw up and in. Ground through the feet. And then as you inhale, we're going to find bridge pose. So ground down and then begin to rise. Roll up the length of the spine, lift the hips. And we're going to stay here. So remember, we receive the most from being still. And slowing down, we can really tune in to where tension or pain, right, what we're choosing to work with today resides. And as we find breath in these shapes, that we breathe around what we're holding on to. And then as we begin to breathe out, that is where we find peace. So it doesn't mean it's going to wash everything away, but it brings us into the realm of acceptance. So we're going to hold bridge for a little while. If you'd like and you have any props for support, you're welcome to place them beneath your sacrum, your low back. Pillows or blocks are fine. If you don't have them, that's okay. Remember, we're not seeking pain here. So if we're starting to feel strong, right, sharp sensation, you can release the shame. We'll find our breath to support us here. So hands can stay down toward the ankles. If you're ready, you can interlace your hands beneath your back body. Pressing down into the earth through the backs of the arms. Take a great big inhale. And exhale. Breathing in fully. Exhaling deeply. Keep going. Remember, breathe all the way out. That's where the transformation resides. We'll be here for a little while longer. So again, not breathing to the sound of my voice, but leaning back in to the rhythm you cultivated just a few moments ago. Smooth, steady anchor, breath, keeping both body and mind here. Within it, transforming us. So that what we're learning here in this experience together in these moments, that we'll have the ability to then take these lessons, right? This acceptance off the mat with us into our lives. The breath is the constant. Breathe fully. Exhale deeply. Notice if the jaw is clenching. If the butt feels tense, can you release some of this tension as you breathe? Accept that it's there. But what happens if we breathe around these things? Does it bring more ease to body, to mind? Maybe it needs a few more breaths. Just about 30 more seconds here. Expand your lungs. Bigger exhales, maybe the hips go a little bit higher. That's it. Deep breathing in, stay grounded through your feet. Exhaling all the way out. Great job. Last one. Biggest inhale, rise to your max. Biggest exhale, we'll lower down slow, one vertebra at a time. Again, just feeling through the transition, let the back body rest on the earth. Take a full inhale. Big exhale. And then you can go ahead, extend the legs long, reach them all the way out. Arms come up overhead, just neutralize the spine. Reach out to the fingertips, the toes, stretch, lengthen. And then exhale, pull your knees in toward your chest once again. Give them a little squeeze. Maybe the forehead comes up to kiss the knees. We'll get our back just a little bit longer now. So go ahead, release the feet back down, release the head, neck, shoulders down. And now we're going to take the right leg and bring the right ankle just below your left kneecap. All right, pausing here to flex into the foot. Left hand on left hip. Right hand's going to come to the right knee. And just begin to push the knee away a little bit without force. Just awakening a bit in sensation through the hip. Allowing more energy to flow through our bodies freely. Find ease through the shoulders. Take a big breath. Flex into the right foot. Deep exhale all the way out. Feel your navel drop toward your spine. Let's take one more here. Full breath. And big exhale. Take a big breath in. And then again, we're going to twist as we exhale, but now going a little bit deeper. So we're going to tip our knees over to the right side. We're going to keep the right foot just above the left kneecap. So begin to drop them over. And you're going to scoot, again, your butt to the center of the mat. So slide it in. Let the knees drop out. You will feel sensation through the side of the body, the side of the hip. Remember, we don't want to force pain. Stay gentle. So if the knees don't come all the way down, that's okay. If you have pillows and you want to slide one beneath your right knee, you have that freedom. The knees drop over to the side. Left arm's going to extend out. You're going to flex into your foot. Any adjustments you have to make, maybe it's a wiggle through the shoulders. You want to open and close the mouth a few times, release any tension. You have that freedom, be you. Once you find the space of somewhat comfortable discomfort, right? Somewhere that you can stay and breathe. That's where I'm going to ask you to linger. To come back to your breath. So eyes closed down, big inhales. And big exhales. Breathing in to perceive where opportunity may be. Exhaling what we may be holding on to. The quieter we become, the more that we hear. And we're undoubtedly busy through our days, even through this experience of quarantine. Whether we have to go from here to there, the phone is ringing, loved ones need us, the endless list to do. And that keeps our minds busy as well. And when we slow down, it's normal to have a lot rise to the surface. We can't always pick and choose where our awareness lies. Come back to your breath. Big inhale. And exhale. That's it. Go again. Expand your lungs. And breathe all the way out. That's why I ask you to allow your breath to be your anchor. Right, so as we find ourselves maybe leaning into the past, a situation that may have caused pain or that we have yet to accept. There's worry or projection of the future, that's normal. But our breath can then anchor us back here to this moment to create space around what we may be feeling, to allow more peace to come into here, present moment, that we have the ability to take with us off the mat. So you find 3 more breaths here. Expand lungs. And exhale out. Keep going, big breath. And big exhale. Do that again. Expand your lungs. Big sigh, let it go. And then on your breath in, go ahead, come back through center. Let the back body rest on the earth. And you can set your right foot down. Pause for a moment, ground through the foot. Take a big inhale. Deep exhale. Do that one more time. Big breath. And sigh out. And we'll get ready to greet the opposite side. So we're dropping into that right side for quite some time. Recognize it will feel different. That's okay, right? That's normal. Bring that left foot a bit above the right kneecap. Just for a moment here. Left hand's going to come to left knee, right hand to right hip. Relax the back body on the earth. Little flex of the feet. Just push the knee away. Create some space across the hip, low belly. Without force. Big inhale. Deep exhale. Invite in one more. Big breath. Full breath out. We're going to set up to twist. So find an inhale. And then the knees will drop over to the left. And the head will turn out toward the right as we exhale. Again, go ahead, bring your hips to the center of the mat. If your knee doesn't touch the earth, if there's pain here, remember you can use a prop. Your knee doesn't have to come all the way down. You can hover here and eventually sink in. The goal here is to be more passive and receptive through what we're trying to achieve, both body and mind. We can't force the fullest expression. It takes time to arrive there. So go ahead, release your knee down as far as you can without force. Right, the head's going to turn out toward the right. And the arm will extend out. Your left hand can stay on your left knee if you choose. Or if you'd like, you can bring your arm out to the side. And any little fidgets you have, adjustments, you can go ahead and find them now. So again, allow yourself to then come to stillness. Little flex of the feet. Take a big inhale. And deep exhale. Breathing in, allow yourself to feel. Full exhales all the way out. Keep going, deep breath. Exhale even more. Coming back to intention. Why we showed up here today. Mindful movement practice is more than movement. We're peering into our minds, our hearts. So while the body is benefiting, so is the inside. And the slow down, the stillness, this is where we have the opportunity to become honest with ourselves. To look at maybe what we've moved through our days. What does that mean? As we live a life of constant motion, going here to there, busy with our daily tasks, that's normal, that's okay. Here's where we have the opportunity to pull apart some of the mind stuff that we carry around, we all do. And create space for what it is that we're seeking here today, it's peace. So if there's a thought that's come to the surface through this stillness, this is our opportunity to look at this here and say, hey, is this serving me? The way that I'm viewing this, is it serving me? We have a few more breaths here. Expand lungs fully. Allow yourself to exhale deeply. Let the power of the breath here that is supporting us. We can choose to release these things that we're carrying around, past thoughts, feelings. Or it's here that we can change the relationships with them to again find more peace. Let's take a few more deep inhales. Bigger exhales. Release any resistance. Relax shoulders. Go twice more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep the feet flexed. Let's do that one more time. Expand your lungs. Exhale all the way out. And then go ahead, come back through center. I want to inhale nice and slow. Pause for a moment. Deep breath. Breathe out. And then go ahead, you can release your left leg down. Bring both feet to the ground. And you go ahead, slide them out one more time. Reach the legs all the way out, arms up overhead. Again, just neutralizing the spine, releasing any tension from the low back. And then go ahead, pull your knees back in toward your chest. Give them a squeeze. Hug them in nice and tight. And before we come up to sit, I'm just going to ask you to bring both knees in toward your armpits now. We created this on both sides of the body, but now together. Right, pull the thighs down to the sides of the body. Feel them brush the side ribs. And you're going to reach up between your legs, grab the outside edges of your feet, And begin to extend the soles of the feet up toward the ceiling for Ananda Balasana, right? Your happy baby. Give a little rock back and forth, side to side. If it feels available to you in this moment, you have the freedom to extend one leg, then the other knee. Over to the other side. Remember, not seeking pain, not trying to force. Feeling. Big inhales. And exhales. Go back and forth a bit more. Great job. And then go ahead, you can pull your knees all the way in, squeeze them nice and tight. We're going to make our way up to sit. There's a couple ways to get here. Do what's right for you. You can rock up and down the length of your spine if you choose to come out to sit. If that's not available today, you can roll over to your side body, round through your palm, and then bring yourself up. We're all going to meet toward the center of the mat. Sit bones on the earth, stretch the legs out, give them a little shake. And then go ahead, you can pull your legs in. You're going to cross up your legs. Sit up nice and tall. Spend a moment here. Lengthening out through the crown of the head. Feeling space between your vertebrae, shoulders over your hips. Take a big inhale, hands in lap. And deep exhale. And then as you inhale, go ahead, reach the arms all the way up, full breath in. And then exhale, twist over to the right. So back of your left hand to right knee, right hand behind your seat. Sit up tall, deep breath. And then exhale, allow yourself to twist up toward the back of your space. As you inhale, go ahead, rise the arms high, look up. Exhale, move in the opposite direction. Back, hand to knee, sit up tall, deep breath. Big exhale. Go again. Full breath in, reach arms higher, lean back a little bit, open the heart. Exhale over to the right side, and I will hold. So your right hand is right behind your sit bones, right arm is creating a second spine here. Pull the shoulder back and down. Back of left hand is on right knee. Deep breathing in, sit up tall. Then as you exhale, begin to twist. So again, not forcing here. Breath first, lungs expanding. Allow the exhale to create the space for the twist. Soft gaze through the eyes or close them back down. Big inhale. Deep exhales. Full breath in. Big exhales all the way out. Just take a few more. Continue to sit up tall. Feel the sensation of the inhale